Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. We're going to be continuing on Prague Week this week with another highly requested band. This one being The Ocean or The Ocean Collective. We have requests from FP Jesus, Xavier Bonilla, Tobias Almer, Levi Brass, Veit Notenbaum, Ivan Burkle, Patsenko 1, Suskrofa Musterman. Top right, we're looking at something that's not in the Latin alphabet. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I apologize for that. M. Matthews 90, Tundra L5Z, been popping up a lot lately. Nicole Meline, Ileana Simonson, B. Sworn, and Fred Spamid. So, yeah, a lot of people asking for The Ocean. And there's a couple of different tracks that are being requested, but by and far the most popular is Permian, The Great Dying. That's what we're going to be checking out today. So let's get on to this. We got a 10-minute song ahead of us. 9.5 minute song ahead of us. Let's see what's going on with The Ocean. All right. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh. That was dirty. Alright, bit of a time signature change there. I really like the harmony going on in the little foundation we got with these guitars. That little cutout is so dirty. Okay. There is a lot going on. Ooh, I like that little crack. I don't think I'll ever get tired of that. That's just so good. Interesting. Kind of expecting a explosive return, but no. I think we went even like softer, even slower. He's kind of really chilling in this pocket here. So there's some really interesting accents going on here. It creates almost like a timelessness. But if you listen to the ride, definitely in 4. Really cool work there. Ooh. I think that was diminished, but it didn't resolve. It was... Oh, that was good. That was good. Alright, so we got some screams layered on top of the cleans. And we've got an... I don't know if it's an organ or if it's just the way that the tone of the guitar is. It's a real thick tone though. Nice little bass section here. I really like playing around with this timelessness, where it becomes so difficult to find the start of the rhythmic idea, the downbeat, the 1. It just feels like there is no time signature. But it's actually really simple time signatures they're working with, and they're just composing it in a strange time feel, or like a fluctuating time feel. Really cool stuff. That is a string. It sounds a little low for a violin, but definitely something violin close in that same sort of family. Yeah. I love how no matter the heaviness of the section they're playing, it all kind of still has this central feeling to it though. And I guess also like a central groove. Yeah, these guys have a really solid groove. that it? Yeah, I guess so. We got like 3 seconds left in the video. Um, Something I noticed there at the end, and I was actually going to question it up until I realized that we were at the ending, and I guess it's just how they wanted to end it, was that there's a lot of clipping going on in the guitars, maybe in the drums, um, the screaming. I don't remember if the cleans had any audio clipping though, but there's definitely some audio distortion going on. And I was like, wait, is that, are they doing that for effect? What's going on here? And then I was like, oh, are my headphones going out? Like, but then I guess it's just how they ended it. Pretty interesting way to end it. I wonder if that goes into another song, or basically why they went ahead and chose to uh, tweak the audio that way. Basically, drive it up a bit high. But yeah, the song is good. I like this song. It's just like everything else this week. To me, I'm really getting the idea that prog is about encapsulating a feeling and just kind of not wallowing in the feeling, just kind of like waiting, being completely encompassed by said feeling. Because again, this one it has this core emotion to it. It's this kind of slow, sludgy, just like trudge through the track. Even when the instruments go into overdrive, even when we got screaming, even when we got what sounds like 10 layers of instruments going on, there's still this heaviness that's holding the song back. It just won't let it proceed. Um, and actually, I don't know if that's just coincidence, but pretty much all the songs we've covered this week have been about these heavy, oppressive feelings. Like the song just doesn't want to move on. And I don't know if that's just something that prog does. I don't know if that's just part of the nature of these songs that build, or if it's just kind of random that that's what we've ended up reacting to this week. But it's definitely a theme that I'm seeing going through this exploration of prog, is that a lot of these songs have a heaviness to them, a sort of auditory oppression. But yeah, I dig a lot of the stuff they're going for. This song doesn't have a lot of the long build-ups that we've seen on the channel so far, and I think that makes it a lot more accessible. Um, it tends to focus in on a specific idea, and instead of sitting in those ideas, it shows a bunch of different ways that you could capture that emotion or that concept in music, rather than sitting in the same concept and slowly evolving it over time. This one goes through quite a few different versions of that concept, so it's a different way to kind of portray portray a certain emotion in music over a long span of time. I really enjoy a lot of the ways that they layered the music. There's a lot of harmony going on here. There's a lot of counterpoint going on. Um, and one thing that I am a sucker for, it really doesn't matter how it's done. It could be done poorly and I would still love it, is layering screams, whether you're layering screams against other screams, against growls, against choirs, against cleans. It really doesn't matter. I just think that I just love it. I always do. It probably has something to do with the texture of the scream, being that it has this crackly graveliness to it, that can kind of go along with pretty much any other vocal style and completely change the texture and context of what's being said. I don't know. It always sounds good. I've never heard someone do it poorly. I love when it happens. And I think it's because when it's kind of out of the ordinary, because a lot of the time when you think of vocal harmonies, you think of using different notes to create chords through multiple vocalists. And it's just, most people don't think about adding texture. It's usually about adding unique sound waves to create the tone that a chord would give you. And it rarely people think about harmonizing texture. So I think that's one thing I really like about it, and they did it here really well in. I think it was the chorus, something equivalent to a chorus. It was done 2 or 3 times. In that section, it pretty much like the last minute or two, I guess. Um, Easily my favorite part of the song. I could listen to that part for a very long time, and I don't think I'd grow bored of it. There's a lot going on, and it just has. I think it captures the essence of the track. It is, the thesis statement of the song as far as the composition goes. It has a lot of the elements. It has that heavy oppressiveness. It has some clean instruments. It has some distorted instruments. It has clean singing. It has distorted singing. The drums are both laid back, kind of sitting in a pocket, but they also have the chance to kind of throw out some drum fills. I think the last minute or two is just a perfect condensing uh, basically the song in a nutshell. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'd like to see some other stuff they've done. This is definitely prog that is more up my alley. It's prog with momentum, I guess you could say. Um, like I said, the rest of the stuff we've done this week has been about taking a single idea and kind of providing variation on it and building up a single idea. And this is prog from a different angle. Instead of showing the emotion through one idea, you show the emotion through multiple congruent ideas. So, I mean, I guess that could just be I guess some musical ADD where I always need it to be moving, even if it's doing the same thing. I need to have some sort of progress. I don't know. I don't know. I really dig this song. So far in the week, this has been my favorite. Even though Riverside was good. Um, Riverside was very good. Tool was good too. Okay, you know what? This whole week has been some really solid tracks, easily. Uh, but yeah, so far this is the one I think I've enjoyed the most, and it's a close race. If I were to rank, I don't know if I could rank these other than this one being one, and the rest are just two. They're all in second place. It's such a close thing. Tomorrow we have a song that's over 20 minutes long. That's all I'm gonna say. Some people may know what I'm talking about. It is a prog track from a very prominent band in the prog scene, and the song's over 20 minutes. So I'm sure some of you people are excited about that. I don't know if I'm too excited about it. Um, if they do the same type of layering and slow build up that Tool and Riverside did, I was getting a little bored after 7-8 minutes of that. I don't know if I could sit through a 25, 26 minute track of that same idea. Uh, I mean, that's 26 minutes. That's pretty much the entire Ginger micro EP that I did an album review of, and that was constantly changing. I don't know, 30, that's so, but somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. That's a long time to sit and listen to one idea, just kind of get worked on. I don't know. Some people are excited. I'm a little nervous. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Let me know what you guys thought about the ocean, though. I'm getting ahead of myself. We still need to talk about today's stuff. Let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this track, if you've heard this track before, if you're a big The Ocean or The Ocean Collective fan. I guess they go by both names. If there's any other tracks I should check out, like I said, I have a few more that were requested from this band. But I'm always looking for more requests. Put all that stuff down in the comments while you're down there. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. And I'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, as usual, with a ridiculously long reaction video. I'm probably looking at something in the... Oh, jeez. Probably a 40-minute video. Easy. Easy. We got 25 minutes of song and then 25 minutes of song to talk about. So, yeah. Alright, I'll be back tomorrow. And until then, y'all have a fantastic day, morning, or afternoon whenever you see this, and stay safe.